you're well and having the most incredible day. As always, welcome back to my channel. Let me know how you're doing in the comments below. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my current physical TBR, which actually consists of 43 books. I know I have a problem. Ryan tells me I have a problem. I get told I don't need any more books. I'm very well aware I don't need any more books, but the need and the want are very different things. My Amazon wish list is probably over 250 books long. Like, it's becoming a serious issue, and if I won the lottery today I would just buy them all right now, but I cannot do that. So I have somehow accumulated 43 books, as to which I've not read yet, I've not even opened, and I'm going to share them with you basically. So without further ado, we are going to dive right in. I hope you guys enjoy and carry on watching. Because there are so many, I'm literally going to be grabbing them from the big giant pile next to me, so they're going to be in no particular order whatsoever. There are some here that are part of a series, but we're just going to go at it. I'm just going to start from the top and work my way down, and the first book in the pile we have is This Lie Will Kill You by Chelsea Pitcher. Now, I'm still yet to read this book. I am really excited about this because apparently it's really good. If you loved One of Us Is Lying, which you guys know, One of Us Is Lying, I thoroughly enjoyed. It was a 5-star read for me. This book is one of those that is kind of like similar to that, so I'm really excited to give this one a try. It's not many pages, I think it's just over 300. I've not read the back, so I have no idea what it's about, but I picked it up on a whim and I'm still yet to read it. So this is the first one in my massive TBR list and I can't wait. I am tempted to do that thing where you put all the names in a jar and you pick things out. So I might do that, I don't know. Let me know if you do that, because I'm kind of tempted to do that. But yeah, that is book one that I need to read as soon as possible. The next book we have is The Girl Upstairs by Georgina Lees. I found this one in the works for £2.50 instead of £9. And I can't help but want to buy it if it's a bargain, do you know what I mean? And I'm also really sorry if you can hear scraping outside, because like, what is that? Is that my dad? I don't even know. But anyway, we're going to ignore that. So I do apologise if you can hear scraping in the background. But I did read the back of this. I will hold it here. If you guys want to pause it and have a read, you are more than welcome. I don't know whether you guys are going to be able to see it or not. But it just really drew me in. So I picked this one up and I haven't read it yet because I don't really know. I think it's because I didn't hear people talk about it, so I'm not really like aching to read it, but I am excited to read it nonetheless. Next up we have Rock Paper Killers by Alexa Mason. This one again was one of those I've seen it in the shop and I just want to pick it up kind of books. I haven't heard anybody talk about it. I don't know whether it's new or not. I feel like it might be a little bit more on the newer side, but yeah, I'm really excited to read this one. Again, it is more of a thriller. I love a good thriller at the moment. I don't know what has come over me. A romance and a thriller, that's kind of all I'm interested in at the moment. I do have a few fantasy books here as well, which I do enjoy, but I don't like itch to read them, if that makes sense. But I am really excited to get stuck into this one, so I got that one as well. Then we have The American Roommate Experiment by Eleanor Armas. She also wrote The Spanish Love Deception. So this one, again, I got this one from the works. It was £5. I think it's only just come out, so I couldn't not get it because it was such a good bargain. I don't know how the works get them for so cheap so quick, but anyway, I'm really excited about this. I don't know whether this is a follow-on from The Spanish Love Deception. I wouldn't imagine it is. Okay, so in The Spanish Love Deception, the main character's friend is called Rosie and the girl in this is Rosie, so I'm thinking, is it the same person? Possibly, I don't know, but anyway, I'm excited to read that one. Then we have two books by Ella Mays, I'm not too sure how you pronounce her name, but we have To Love Jason Thorne and To Hate Adam Connor. I got these two on a whim from W.H. Smith's. I had this one on my Amazon wishlist for a long time, to be fair, but I never found it anywhere in stores and I just wasn't itching to buy it, but I saw it in there and they were two for £12, so I picked up both and I'm really excited. And also, don't they look cute? I hope she writes another one that's blue and green and like continues the rainbow, but yeah, I love those, so I bought both of those. No reason why I haven't read these. I literally bought them not that long ago, so I haven't got to them yet, but I'm excited to give them a read. Then we have It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. I've had this one in my collection for probably a little bit too long because I did initially want to read this in summer, but I think the overall size of this kind of put me off. Like, it is a chunky book. It is over, well, it's 400 pages. It's not that long, but for some reason it just looks huge. I don't know why, but apparently this is really good, so I am excited to read this one. I think I've just left it a bit too late in terms of reading it, but I am really excited to read it. I do need to read it. I forgot I had it, to be fair, so I do need to read this one. But I think I got this one from the works as well, I'm pretty sure, so yeah, excited to give that one a try as well. Then we have 99% Mine by Sally Thorne. Again, I've heard great things about this. I've heard it's a really lovely kind of easy read, and I saw it in the works. I think again it was probably like £3, so I couldn't not get it. It was just a bargain, so I picked it up as well, and I'm just really excited to give this one a go. And yeah, it just looks really cute, so I'm excited about that. Next up we have The Heart Principle by Helen Huang. I think that's how she pronounces her name, Huang. I could be wrong, and I'm really sorry if it's not, but she also wrote The Kiss Quotient, which I actually really enjoyed. I found it quite a slow burner at the start, but I did enjoy it overall, so I'm excited to give this one a try. Again, I've not read it for a particular reason. I just picked it up on a whim from the works for like £3 or something, and I just haven't got to it yet, so that is why I haven't read that one. Then we have A Brush with Love by Maisie Eddings, and this one, it's a TikTok book apparently. It's got one of those, I should hit myself in the face. It's got one of those sort of stickers on it that I absolutely despise. It says, as seen on TikTok, that doesn't peel off, and it's the worst thing in the world. I mean, granted it does match the cover, but that just gives me the ick and I hate it so much. But yeah, haven't got to this one yet either. I am just kind of, I do like to mix up what I read. So if I read a thriller, I like to read like a romance next and kind of delve into different kind of genres, I suppose, because I just don't like reading too many of the same over and over again. So I just haven't picked this one up yet, but I'm excited about that one. The next book, I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably the least excited to read out of all of these books, and I don't know why. I think it's because it just doesn't seem like a book I would enjoy, and I'm not really sure why I picked it up. I think it was because it was £3 in the works and I was just in a really excitable mood and I just picked up loads of books. But this is They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera, and I still haven't read this. Like, this has been, I purchased this book like months ago, and I think it's because in my head it doesn't seem to be a romance, it doesn't seem to be a fantasy, it doesn't seem to be a thriller. I'm just like, what is this? Do you know what I mean? Like, what genre of book is this? If you've read this book, please let me know. They have just released a new cover, which is pink, and it's beautiful, so I'm really fuming that mine is like the ugly orange colour. But anyway, I haven't read it. I'm probably not going to read it for a while because it's my least, I'm like not excited about it, to be honest. Then we have another book by Sally Thorne, and that is The Hating Game. Now this book, I've heard so many good things. This gives me just horrible vibes, so don't look at that ugly sticker. But it is going to be a Netflix motion picture supposedly, so that's exciting. It's going to have Lucy Hale in it. But I have heard, again, I've heard really good things about this book, and I am looking forward to reading it. I just haven't got to it yet, so that is the next one. We then have Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. Again, I picked this up super recently. I just haven't got to it yet, and I'm pretty sure I need to read The Love Hypothesis first. Let me know down below if that is correct, but I haven't read this one yet for that reason, so yeah, let me know. But I'm really excited about this one. Again, I got it from the works for £5. It's just been released. I just don't understand how they do that, but anyway. Next we have King of Battle and Blood by Scarlett St. Clair. This one is a really new purchase for me. It's a very different genre. It's vampire-y, it's thriller-y, it's mystery-y, I think, and I'm just really excited about it. So I love that. I got this one from W.H. Smith's, and no I didn't. I got it from Waterstones, I don't know what I'm talking about. I got it from Waterstones, and I'm really excited. I don't really buy a lot of books from Waterstones because it is the most expensive shop in my town to buy books from, and they don't always have like deals like a lot of places, but I'm really excited about this. So I got it. It was £9, I can't complain, and I am excited to read that one. Next up, I have 6 books by Alice Osman, and this is, I don't know if this has a series name or not, but I have Loveless, I Was Born for This, Radio Silence, This Winter, Nick and Charlie, and Solitaire, and I'm really excited about these. Again, I've not read these for a particular reason. These are very new to my collection, so I am excited to delve in. But can you guys let me know, do I need to read these in order, or can I just pick up a book? Is it a separate story? I need to know, because if it is, I'm gonna literally binge these 2 small ones just to get them out of my TBR. So let me know, because I have no idea, to be honest. But anyway, excited about those. Next up, we have 3 books by Colleen Hoover, and this is the Slammed series. So you've got Slammed, Point of Retreat, and This Girl. I've had these in my collection for a little while, and I don't know why I haven't read them, because I really love Colleen Hoover's writing and I love her books so much, but I have been delving into other authors recently. I do know that they have released a new cover for Slammed, so a new one is going to be coming out for these 2 as well, and they are so beautiful. So I'm a little bit fuming that mine are really boring, but at least they match, I suppose. I got them from the works. The works has the new cover, so if you want to get the new nice cover, go to the works. We then have a TikTok classic, and this is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I didn't actually buy this. My mum bought it and then accidentally bought it twice, so she gave me one of her copies. I've heard great things. The only thing that puts me off with this is the fact that the writing is so small. So it does put me off a little bit, but it isn't that long of a book. It's like 300 and something pages, but the writing just puts me off a tiny little bit. So yeah, I am going to read this. Apparently it's amazing, so it is on my upcoming TBR. I promise I will get to it eventually. Then we have Dating Dr. Dill. This one again is kind of one of those ones that I've seen on TikTok, and that it is a popular book. I just haven't got to it yet. This is by Nisa Sharma, so I'm really excited to give this one a go. Well, there's something about this I don't really like. I just haven't picked it up, but I love the cover. It's so cute, and I have no idea what it's about either. So yeah, excited to read that one. The next 4 books in my physical TBR are all by Karen M. McManus, and they are these 4. Now, I don't think these are part of a series. I think these are possibly standalones. Let me know if you've read them and let me know if they are or they aren't. But I love the covers of these. I love that they all have different coloured kind of edgings, and I'm just really like excited that they all match really well. But we've got You're With the Death of Me, The Cousins, Two Can Keep a Secret, and Nothing More to Tell, and I'm really excited to read these. I find her books so easy to read, really fun, a good sort of thriller. Oh, that is annoying. The penguin isn't orange on this one. Weird. Anyway, but yeah, I am really excited to read these as well. I got them from a mix of places, so The Works, WH Smith's, and a shop in Bath, and I can't remember what it's called, but it's a really good bookshop, so yeah, those are good. I'm excited to read those. Next up we have another book by Helen Huang, and this is The Bride Test. Again, I bought this one when I bought the Kiss Quoten and The Heart Principle. I think they're part of like a 3-piece set thing. But yeah, I'm really excited to give this one a go. Loved her book, so I'm excited to try that one. We then have another book by one of my favourite authors at the moment, which is Christina Lauren. I absolutely love their work so much, so I'm really looking forward to this one. This is The Soulmate Equation, and I am really excited to try this one. Again, no particular reason I haven't given this one a try. It's just been on my TBR for a long time, and I haven't got to it yet, so that is this one, so I'm really excited about that. Next we have The Cheat Sheet, and I've heard a lot of good things about this one. Again, I saw it in the works and I think it was like £3 or £5, so I had to pick it up, but it has a really ugly sticker on it. I don't know why they do that. Like, just make them peel off. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just grosses me out and I hate it. But I am really excited about this one. This one is by Sarah Adams, if you didn't know. So yeah, love that. I'm really trying to get through this as quick as I can, by the way, because I don't want this video to be like 30 minutes long. So I do apologise if I'm rushing. If you have any questions about any of these books for me, leave them in the comments below and I will answer them, I promise. I just feel like I can't go on and on about these books because I talk about them all the time anyway. So the next one is the next book in the Shatter Me series, which is Unravel Me. However, I haven't read this yet, simply because I need to get the novellas. There's a novella that goes between the first one and this one, and I have to read it, so I'm going to order that on payday. I'm going to treat myself and I'm going to buy that one, and then I can read that and finally read this, because this has been in my collection for far too long, and I read Shatter Me ages ago, it feels like, and I don't want to forget the story, so I am really excited to read this. I do just need to pick up the novella, and I haven't found it in the works or anywhere, so I am going to have to get that one off Amazon, I think. But yeah, anyway, moving on. We then have 2 books by Holly Jackson, and this is Good Girl Bad Blood and As Good as Dead. I am so excited to finally go through these. Good Girl Bad Blood is on my October TBR, so I'm hoping to read that this month, and As Good as Dead I probably will read next month in November. But it is a bit more of a chunkier book, so I am kind of dreading it, but I'm really excited about this. I do love A Good Girl's Guide to Murder so incredibly much, so I'm really hoping that these 2 just like live up to my expectations of being incredible. But yeah, if you've read them, let me know your thoughts and opinions with no spoilers. But yeah, those 2 I'm excited to read. We then have the last 2 books of the Twisted series by Anna Huang, I think that's how she pronounces her name, and that is Twisted Hate and Twisted Lies. Twisted Hate is in my October TBR list, and Twisted Lies I will read next month, I am sure, and I absolutely love this series so much. It was so good, and I am so excited to finish it, but I'm also really sad to be finishing it because it is such a good series. So if you haven't read them, I really recommend this series. I think this is going to be the first series I complete this year, so I'm really excited about that. I just haven't read them because I'm spacing them out, because if I read them all in a month I'll be so upset, so I want to sort of read one per month and just live through the story as much as possible. And last but by no means least is a 5-part series. This is the series that I have been putting off the longest, simply because of the sheer size and page count of this series. And if you guys have read this, you probably know which one it is. This is the ACOTAR series, or A Court of Thorns and Roses series. I'm not sure if this is in the right order, by the way. I've just picked them up, so I do apologise if that like makes anyone really annoyed, because it'll probably annoy me as well. But I finally got the 4th book on Amazon recently, so I'm really excited to finally be able to have the whole series. And this one is on my October TBR, so I am looking forward to getting through this one. But yeah, I just think it's the sheer size. Like this, they're just huge. Like, look at the pages. I feel like it's just insane, and I feel like it's going to be one of those books that I may stop halfway through, read another small one and go back to. I'm not too sure. I am excited to read it. I've heard good things. I'm just a little bit nervous. So those are the last books in my physical TBR. I have a serious problem. Somebody stop me from buying any more books. So that is everything for this video. I really hope you guys did enjoy, and I would love to know how many books you have got on your physical TBR. There is a girl on TikTok that I follow, and she currently has 550, which makes me feel so much better about myself, because even if I bought all the books off my Amazon wishlist, I feel I would still be under that amount, so it makes me feel a little bit better. But let me know down below your kind of TBR count, what you're at, what you're reading, what I should read, anything like that, let me know. Obviously, again, like I said at the start of the video, I do have the Amazon wishlist in the description. Have a look, see what I want to read, let me know any kind of recommendations based off that, and also don't forget to follow me on Goodreads as well. It's just the same as it's on here, so make sure you follow me there. And yeah, I love you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe. I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching, and that is all. I'll see you later. Goodbye.